Hi, my name is Phil Anderson, and I'm running for United States Senate to represent Wisconsin. Just got done watching the CNN town hall featuring our presidential candidates, Governor Gary Johnson and Governor Bill Weld. And I'm just going to give one general bit of feedback on it. There was a lot to pull apart there. They gave some good answers, they gave some bad answers. Essentially, it comes down to this. Politicians, when you're running for office, when a person's running for office, you've got a choice. When people ask you questions and when issues come up, you can do one of two things. You can persuade or you can appease. There was a little bit too much appeasement tonight during the town hall and not enough persuasion. It's not the best forum, not the best environment to try to persuade people, especially people that are asking questions who've had tragedies in their lives. So when a woman asks a question about Black Lives Matter and she happens to have been the victim of the shooting in Dallas, that's not an easy situation in which to persuade her, of one thing or another. It's much easier, maybe much more appropriate even in that environment, to just sort of talk about things in general terms and support what she believes to be true. I understand that. I suffer the same temptation. There have been times when I'm asked questions by certain people in certain situations where, rather than giving a straightforward libertarian persuasive answer, which I believe in 100%, I've demurred a little bit and been a little bit more general, a little bit less pointed, a little bit more conciliatory in my answer, evasive even a little bit, based on the circumstances. So I understand how they feel. I really wish, as somebody who wasn't on the stage, who's watching them, who's working for them as the chair of the state committee, Johnson Weld 2016 in Wisconsin, I really wished they'd give champion type answers where they're persuasive, powerful, articulate. But having been somebody like myself who's been on the stage too, I can also understand where in that situation it's not the easiest thing to be that way. As much as your true libertarian fans would like you to be. Sometimes you just have to give the answer that is called for at the moment. Because one thing that we've learned about politics, especially as libertarians, and I think that other people of different political persuasions have learned this as well, is when you're trying to build a party and you're trying to build a movement, it's about relationships to a certain extent. And it's about people understanding that you're a real human being that cares about their issues, and that's why you're running, that's why you're willing to serve. So giving them the full dose of libertarian medicine, as it were, in response to a question, if they're not ready for it, then you're just going to drive them away, because it's pretty strong medicine. It's pretty powerful truth that we talk about as libertarians. So I can see totally that there are times when you want to ease up a little bit, water down the message a little bit, be conciliatory. I appreciate that. As a viewer of tonight's debate, it wasn't as satisfying. It wasn't what I wish I would say in that circumstance. However, having been that person before, and I will be again, I understand why they did it. I understand that it was appropriate to the forum, and I understand that they're trying to accomplish something, and that is win voters, win hearts and minds, not only for their campaign, but for the Libertarian Party and libertarianism in general. So at times, that's called for. So that's my take on tonight's town hall. I hope that you will continue to follow along with my campaign. The number 4philanderson.org is my website. We've recently updated it. It has a lot more functionality. We've got events planned out through August, through September, through October in some cases. We're going to be somewhere near you in Wisconsin in the next couple of months. So hopefully you come out and visit. I have a new set of bumper stickers and literature, yard signs, all kinds of new stuff is coming out as well. The campaign's going very well, very, very well. And that's a tribute to all of you who listen and follow along and contribute and support, which I appreciate very, very much. Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.